7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello, and welcome to Depraved Indifference to Intelligent Life. My little vloggy thing that I do here. I would like to talk about something interesting. I don't usually get into a lot of politics, especially not politics of a country that I don't live in because I'm Canadian. But the whole American politics situation that's been going on down there in the States and some of the things that have happened, I have to talk about. I really do. Because, well, let's just, I'll just show you. Let's just go right to the video. Roll it.
Why the president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood. Why did he do that? It undermines the credibility of the entire White House press office on day one.
Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. You're saying it's a falsehood, and they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that. But the point remains.
Wait a minute. Alternative facts?
Yep, that's what I want to talk about. That in particular, because I'm sure you heard it. She said, I don't even want to say the words. She said alternative facts. Alternative facts. Okay, let's just have a look at this, shall we? Now, as far as the dictionary says, here we are. A fact. A fact is something real, something which is said to have happened. Information regarding objective reality. It is basically something real. That is a fact. Now, back here a bit. All right. Here we are. Alternative. Now, alternative is offering or expressing a choice. All right? That's what those two words mean. Offering or expressing a choice and something real, something which has been said to have happened. Information pertaining to objective reality. But you can't put those two words together and just have them mean something. No. I mean, the very phrase alternative facts is right out of this book, 1984 by George Orwell, where you have a totalitarian government that is monitoring all citizens and changes language to make people not even realize what words mean anymore, changes the truth as they see fit. It's right out of this book, and it's very frightening to have seen that happen on an actual news program in my lifetime. Alternative facts. I don't know what to say about that, except, I mean, the guy on the news, he said it himself. Alternative facts are not facts, they're falsehoods. And I can see that because you can have facts logically. I'm just looking at this logically. Logically, you can have facts. You can have two things that are said to be true about the same thing, and two things that are true about the same thing. For example, water. You can say water is wet, and water is cold, or water is liquid. Say that. Water is liquid and water is wet. Those are our two facts about water that we know. Now, both of those things are true. They don't contradict each other in any way. You don't need to pick one or the other. There's not a choice between the two. Water is wet and water is a liquid. Both of those things are true. They both exist side by side. They do not contradict. The problem I had with alternative facts was the fact that she she said that she was offering this phrase up, saying that the White House secretary, whoever he is, Spicer, Spencer, whatever the name is, Spicer, I think it is, that he was making a statement that was in direct contradiction with other information, because there was photographic proof that more people were at Barack Obama's inauguration than were at Donald Trump's. I mean, photographic proof is pretty standard. So when you have something like that is considered a fact, and then you offer a statement that is in direct contradiction with it, and claim that it's an alternative fact, it doesn't work out logically, because to have a choice between two things, to have an alternative, it means you pick one, and the other you don't pick. The other is gone. So you choose one. But that only works if both of those statements are true. If both of the things that you're trying to pick are true. You understand what I'm saying? It's weird that we would see that in my lifetime. The only place I thought I would ever see something like that is in a movie. I mean, alternative facts? No, it just doesn't work. I mean, because of the logic behind it, because of the fact these two statements are contradictory. They can't exist in the same. One of them has to be true, one of them has to be false. Simply because if you have two contradictory statements that are both true, what you have is a paradox. And I know from Doc Brown himself that paradoxes could theoretically destroy all of the space-time continuum, just tear a big gaping hole in things. And that's not fun for anybody. So it's really weird that there are people out there that are believing that, yeah, these are facts. No, they can't be. One of them is false and one of them is true. And considering right now we have photographic proof that photograph, the data that it is providing, is showing that the statement by this secretary is not true. And so far there has been no photographic proof, and I use air quotes because I've heard that there has been a request from Donald Trump to the Parks and Recreation or whatever to produce photographic evidence of all the people that was at his thing. And I'm pretty sure they already did, and it wasn't the same. So I don't know. It's very strange to me. But I mean, I'm just looking at it from a logic perspective. I don't know about you out there, Miss Conway. If you even watch my show, you probably don't. You more than likely don't. But logically, calling it alternative facts doesn't really work. I'm sorry. It just don't. I would suggest maybe you might want to invest in a dictionary, maybe take a course in basic logic. Maybe. I'm not trying to be like mean or anything. I'm a nice guy, but it just doesn't work. Alternative facts, it doesn't gel. Like the lady said in the Facebook commercial about Facebook. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You can't have the only way you can have you can't have alternative facts. There's just facts. You can have additional facts. Like I said, water is wet, water is a liquid. Now, depending on the temperature, water can be hot, water can be cold. You make water cold enough, it becomes ice. It's not wet anymore, but it's not water anymore. It's ice. It's not liquid, but it's not water anymore. It's ice. Ice is a solid. Water is a liquid. These are facts. It's plain and simple. There's facts and then there's opinions. I mean, just the phrase alone just frightens me. I'm concerned. America, I'm concerned for you. So please, if anybody down there is in the States, think. Use your head. Don't accept things at face value, especially from the government, because the government is always in a position. Doesn't matter whose government it is. Even under Barack Obama's, you don't take things at face value. Think for yourself. Research for yourself. Make an informed opinion. That's what you need to do. Even with the media, especially with the media, I mean, their job is just to make people watch. Their job is to get the ratings. And how do they get ratings? With sensationalism. I just covered, just a few days ago, in my You Should Be Reading, about one of the books, Monitor, by Leigh Alexander. It deals with the media and how they sensationalize everything, how it's so fickle, public opinion, and the cult of voyeurism that is modern mainstream society these days. So please, think for yourself. And remember, alternative facts aren't really a real thing. There's just facts. That's all there is. Some things are facts. Anything that contradicts a fact technically can't be a fact. It has to be a falsehood. It has to be a lie. Now, or a paradox. So, one of the two. You've either got somebody lying or somebody's breaking the laws of physics. I don't know which. I'm not a physicist. I'm not really much of a liar. So, it's up to you. Think for yourselves, people. So, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap as well, if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised of when I do new videos. Ring the bell as well. That helps with notifications. And throw a comment in the comment section. What do you think about alternative facts? I don't know. It's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. So throw those comments in the comment section. I'd love to get a discussion going with some people, but if you're going to comment, please keep it civil. We're here to just to talk, not to argue, not to get into fistfights over the internet, just to talk. So keep it civil and we can have a discussion. And I'll see you next time.